Chapter 2. Jack and Keith hurried to his car in the Flamingo parking garage. Andy queued for a taxi and took the girls to the house on Key Biscayne. Jack was on his hands-free phone as he steered toward the airport exit. It was after business hours, so he dialed Abe Beckham at home. Abe was a senior trial counsel at the Office of the State Attorney for Miami-Dade County, one of several go-to prosecutors in first-degree murder trials. He wasn't exactly a friend, but Jack had tried 2 capital cases against him, and there was mutual respect. "Sorry, not my case," said Abe. "This one belongs to Sylvia Hunt." "I don't know Sylvia." "I'll let her know you reached out." "I need to speak to her ASAP, tonight, actually." "I'll see what I can do." Jack thanked him and hung up. There was more than one route to the detention center, but the evening rush hour was over, so Jack hopped onto the Dolphin Expressway. "You think the prosecutor will call you?" asked Keith. Jack kept his eyes on the road. "If we don't hear from her in 5 minutes, I'll call her." Keith breathed a heavy sigh. "Well, this certainly wasn't the way I'd planned for you to meet my wife." Jack could have been a friend and simply offered reassurance, but he was in a lawyer frame of mind. "How well do you know her, Keith?" "We've been married 6 years. What kind of question is that?" "I didn't ask how long, I asked how well. What's a normal work week for you? 70, 80 hours? We have quality time." "Quality. Code for not enough." "You travel a lot, I'm sure." "Once a week to Zurich, every other week to Singapore or Tokyo, depending on where we have the Asia Private Wealth meeting. Then there's the incidental travel, business development, high net worth client events, that sort of thing." "So on average you're home, 3 nights a week?" "Sometimes 4. If you're suggesting that I didn't really know the woman I married and it turns out she's a murderer, then you're talking crazy. I'm just asking the questions I need to ask. Does Isa have a criminal record?" "No." "Are you sure?" "I've never run a criminal background check, if that's your question." "What do you know about her family?" "Her mother died before I met Isa. Her father lives in Caracas, last I heard anyway. I've never met him. He and Isa have no relationship. Isa didn't even want to invite him to our wedding." "Why not?" "Politics. He was a Chavez crony when Isa was growing up." I won't put words in her mouth and say it was rebellion, but could the daughter of a card-carrying member of the United Socialist Party have married a bigger capitalist than a private wealth manager for a Swiss bank? There was a time when Jack, a young criminal defense lawyer who defended death row inmates, stopped speaking to Harry Swyteck, the law and order governor who signed more death warrants than any governor in Florida history. Jack used to tell people it was about politics, too. It was never just about politics. "I suppose I can relate," said Jack. "This whole thing has to be a mistake," said Keith. "Isa hasn't set foot in Miami in years. She left the U after her freshman year and finished her degree at the University of Zurich. She was working on her doctorate in psychology when I met her." "Isa has a PhD?" he asked, sounding more surprised than he intended. "Not yet. That's been on hold since Melanie was born. Actually, pretty much everything has been on hold since the ear trouble started. It's Isa's full-time mission." Jack steered over to the right lane of the expressway and took the 12th Street exit. His cell rang as they waited at the red light at the end of the ramp. It was Sylvia Hunt. She wasn't willing to say much to him on the telephone, but she did agree to email Jack a copy of the affidavit in support of the arrest warrant, which was what Jack really wanted. One question, however, Jack wanted answered right away. "When was Gabriel Sosa murdered?" 12 years ago this month," said Hunt. "April 17th to be exact."